Off the top tonight is 6 days after a devastating fire involving some historic structures here in Buffalo's Cobblestone District. A common council member is still holding out hope that they can be saved.
The buildings are still in the center of a legal battle between the city and the owner. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mary Alice Demler.
And hello again, I'm Scott Levin. Channel 2's Dave McKinley asked the council members some tough questions today about saving these buildings, which were already abandoned and are now heavily damaged.
Fillmore District Councilman Mitch Nowakowski was among those who spearheaded an effort by the city in recent years to seize these buildings under eminent domain from their owner, whom he claims neglected them in hopes they could be adaptively reused. Then came Tuesday's fire. Right now, the buildings are under an emergency stabilization order. Part of that, he says, is so fire inspectors can do their business to determine a cause.
Well, I think it's really important that we fact find first.
Is it your intent, overall, Councilman, to preserve this building?
Yeah, it's my overall intent to make sure that the structures that can be preserved are, and that the structure is ultimately adaptively reused.
At all costs?
No, I have to be able to rely on the Department of Permits and Inspections and the Law Department and the Fire Department to make those determinations if they can be salvageable or not.
Although Nowakowski still holds out hope for the buildings, among the oldest in the city, based on what he says he's heard since the fire, which he also says surprised him.
The amount of developers and the amount of people in the business community that said, look, we've done this before in other projects, this could happen.
Despite the devastation.
Yeah.
It looks like Dresden after World War II over there.
It was tough.
And while it might be tough for him, if it's ultimately determined the buildings will have to come down, it is a decision he says he would accept.
I'm certainly not going to be, out there being contrary. I have to rely on the expertise of those folks at City Hall that are making those determinations.
Nowakowski wasn't prepared to say today how much it might cost to keep the buildings stabilized for a period of time as opposed to demolishing them right now. Meanwhile, after two lower courts had ruled in favor of the city in its eminent domain case, the parties were awaiting a ruling from the state's highest court, the Court of Appeals, before this fire broke out. On your side in the newsroom, Dave McKinley, Channel 2 News.
David,